Once those improvements have been completed, substantially completed, then we would go from regular taxes to pilot payments. The pilot payments are, for your purposes, the same as ad valorem taxes, regular taxes, with regard to the municipal portion of the bill, which is your municipal, your library, and your open space, and your school taxes, based upon the 2016 taxes, and that number is $379,000. It's in the document. After that, the agreement is that that amount will increase by 5% every 5 years during the term of the pilot. But what I think, so that's the agreement. But what I think is important to remember here, is really critical, and this is why I attempted to go through some of the historical context here, is that one scenario, if this medical school project did manifest itself, is you could have had a situation where Hoffman and Roche would just tear down the buildings, put a fence around the property, and you would get a mere pittance of tax revenue from the property. And Hoffman and Roche is a big enough company where they could certainly do that. And that was sort of a doomsday scenario for the town. Based upon the Perkins Eastman reports and based upon general market conditions, the amount of time that it would have taken to fill up even the existing buildings was not going to be quick. And so you didn't want, the commissioner didn't want, sort of a vacant, blighted piece of property with no real plan or catalyst for meaningful economic development. And so what this medical school project does is it does a couple of things. Number one, it provides meaningful revenue to the town now.
The question is, those payments, are they equal to the taxes that they would have paid on those 2.9?
For 2016, the answer is yes. After 2016, the answer is that they go up 5% every 5 years. So they're not, the increases are not tied directly to the tax increases. They are at a fixed amount of 5% over 5 years. So you're saying that, well, what if our taxes go up more than that? Well, then they will be paying slightly less. But what you have to consider is, if this deal doesn't go forward, then the taxpayers will be picking up the tab for the entirety of the site. And so one of the benefits here, again, is that you're getting meaningful payments to the town now, pretty close, in some cases, exactly the same amount as regular taxes would pay, which is a heck of a lot better off than you would be if this deal didn't come forward. And this is also what's very important, is that the belief is, a strong belief is, that the medical school will be a significant catalyst for really top quality economic development on the site, which will not only maximize revenues from the site, but will also really enhance the character of the community, provide economic benefit for your downtown businesses,